Well, the benchmark at least closed higher, so no complaints there. A third of a percent higher on the Nifty 50. And we're very close, we're closing very close to the day's high as well. So that's the positive. Let's pull up the heat map, see where the positives were. Let's block out Reliance because that one is a major mover and that's probably what's led the markets higher today. But outside of that, some defensives doing well. FMCG names, Tata Consumer, HUL, Cipla also within Pharma, and Sun Pharma on the back of numbers has closed 2% higher. So positive there. Let's look at the negatives. Well, it's a mixed bag in terms of the negatives, but private sector banks and financials seem to dominate that list of negatives, especially among the heavyweights. And therefore, let's pull up the contributories, and that's exactly what we'll see. Reliance actually pulled markets, at least the benchmark, higher clearly. 36 points contributed to the net 68 gained by the Nifty 50 in trade today. And the financials were the key drag. Let's pull up the sectoral heat map. And we'll see FMCG dominated there along with Realty. Realty has done fairly well in trade today. In fact, closing at the day's high, it seems. But outside of that, the banking and finance has done badly today, pulling down markets as well as sectorally also done badly. Metals down 0.6%. Not so much of a concern because of the way metals have moved, especially yesterday on that rally. 0.6% lower on metals, no complaints at all, at least the way I would look at it. Nifty IT also has done fairly well in trade today, 0.7% higher in trade. Let's zoom in on the FMCG in terms of constituents, and you'll see PNG, Tata Consumer, all of which have done very, very well in trade today. The rural recovery is really the theme that seems to be playing out, and among the negatives also far and few. So nothing to say there. But in terms of the realty index as well, if we can pull the constituents up, and we'll see that largely there have been a few names which have done extremely well. Macrotech, Oberoi, Phoenix, and Sobha really pulling weight on the Nifty Realty Index, and it closed fairly well today. The BSE 500 top gainers, top losers list was dominated by newsmakers. Outside of some of the insurance plays which have done very well today, GIC, New India doing excellently well. But outside of that, some infra plays, PNC and IRB Infra, PNC on the back of order wins, doing very, very well. Some losers largely dominated by earnings, BHEL, GSFC, and the like, which saw some pressure on the back of a poor set of numbers, I can say.